When you need a new printer, it can quickly feel like you can't see the forest for the trees. You've got inkjet, laser, all-in-one, black and white or color, and that's not even mentioning Wi-Fi or cartridge prices yet. In this video, I'll explain what to look out for when choosing a printer, so you'll know exactly which one suits you best. There are basically two types of printers, inkjet and laser. An inkjet printer is useful if you occasionally want to print a photo or something in color. It uses liquid ink and is usually more affordable as well. Laser printers use toner, which is a kind of powder. They're super useful if you need to print a lot and fast, especially in black and white. Think of things like reports, invoices, and that sort of stuff. So, if you mainly print documents and not photos, a laser printer is often the better choice. And then there's the question, do you just want to print, or do you also want to scan and copy? That's where an all-in-one printer comes in. As the name suggests, it can do all of that. It's pretty useful if you occasionally need to scan a form or make a copy of your passport. If you never use those kinds of functions, then a simple, no-frills printer will do just fine. Not every printer prints in color. If you only print black and white documents, a monochrome printer is naturally cheaper to use, and the toner usually lasts longer. Do you sometimes print photos or, say, flyers? Or do you just want to have the option to print in color when you need it? Then a color printer is the better choice. But keep in mind, color ink usually runs out faster, even if you don't print that much. Almost all printers these days can print wirelessly, which means you don't need a USB cable to print something from, say, your computer. You can simply send a print job from your laptop or your phone straight to the printer, even from the comfort of your couch. But of course, you'll need to connect the printer to your Wi-Fi network first. If you'd rather not do that, there are also models that work via Bluetooth or with an app, which is useful, especially if you're sharing the printer with several people. If you regularly print large documents, check whether the printer can print double-sided automatically. That way, the paper flips on its own and you don't have to do it manually. That saves both time and paper. If it says manual double-sided, then you'll have to do it yourself. That's totally doable, but it is a bit more hassle. Some printers can be pretty slow. Inkjet printers, in particular, can sometimes struggle with this, especially if you want to print multiple pages at once. A laser printer is usually faster, so it's useful if you often need to print several documents in a row. And on the packaging or, for example, the website, it usually says how many pages per minute a printer can handle. Can't decide? Then faster is pretty much always better. Of course, you only buy a printer once, but those cartridges keep coming back. With inkjet printers, you have to replace cartridges more often, and they're not always cheap. Laser printers use toners, which last longer and are therefore cheaper in the long run. And some printers work with XL cartridges or refillable ink tanks, which makes printing per page even more affordable. So make sure to check how much the ink costs for the model you have your eye on. So yes, there are a lot of options, but once you know what to look for, choosing becomes a whole lot easier. Whether you mostly print documents or photos. With this info, you'll pick a printer that really suits you. Bye.